Hi guys, hi, good afternoon, whether it's good morning or evening. I hope everyone is fine. So today I just want us to look at chemistry, and to be specific, we try to look at the more. That's what we're trying to look at, the more. What is the more? Okay, what is the more? So we're just going to try to define what the more is and possibly numerically express it, and possibly try to see if we can have enough time to basically try and solve some questions relating to that. So basically the more is the unit of measure. Or the unit of amount of substances, unit of measure of elementary entities as many as 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. That's what the more is. It is a unit of measure of elementary entities as many as 6.02 times 10 to the power 23, or you can say this is the measure of quantity of particles that are equivalent in number to 6.02 times 10 to the power 23, or is the measure of quantity of equivalent to 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 particles. Now, these elementary entities may be, okay, the elementary entities may be, one, we're talking about atoms. Two, we may talk about molecules. And three, we may also mean ions. So any of these three may be referred to as elementary entities, in the sense that what the atoms, or how many atoms are contained in a substance, may be referred to as elementary entities. And so these, for example, you can ask a question to say how many ions are in calcium chloride, how many molecules are in carbon dioxide, how many atoms are in sodium metal. Okay, so sodium metal contains atoms because sodium is basically an element which has atoms. Carbon dioxide, yes, we know that it has atoms, but we usually call it in this state as a molecule. Okay, it's a molecule. It's a covalent compound which is called a molecule. And then this one is an ionic compound. So ionic compound, ions. Covalent compound, molecule. Element, atoms. Okay, so that's it. And so let's now proceed to look at how many, or the number 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. What is it equivalent to? Maybe let's look at the element. Each element. What is the mass of 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 particles in each element? Okay guys, so I paused the video and decided to basically pre-write this so that we don't waste much of the time writing and doing all the scribbles. But this is what you ought to know. 12 grams of carbon contains 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 particles or atoms. 40 grams of calcium contains 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 atoms. Okay, so in other words, the mass number of the element is equivalent to the Avogadro's constant number of particles. I hope you are getting that. The other name for this number, the 6.02 times 10 to the power 23, the more, we also refer to it as the Avogadro's number or Avogadro's constant. Okay, so if you look at sodium, sodium has 23 as its mass number. That mass number in grams is equal to that number of particles, the Avogadro's constant. Okay, particles, elementary entities, we're talking about atoms in this case. Look at ammonia, 17 grams. So when you find the molar mass of ammonia, some people refer to it as relative molecular mass of ammonia, you realize that it's 17. So 17 grams of ammonia will give you that number. 44 grams of carbon dioxide will give you that number. 98 grams of sulfuric acid will give you that number. If you don't know how we found this, please realize that we're finding the relative molecular mass or atomic mass of the compound, and using the mass numbers we add, we multiply by the subscript. In the case of hydrogen, hydrogen has two atoms of hydrogen there, so 2 times 1 gives you 2. Sulfur has 32 times 1 gives you 32. 64 for oxygen, so you add 64 plus 32 plus 2, that gives you 98. Okay, so I hope this is going to be helpful for you to understand. I'm going to do the next video on how now we can go about solving and the calculations with regards to the more. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope this is helpful. Please do me a favor, or do yourselves a favor, by ensuring that you subscribe to this YouTube channel and you possibly share it, because when information comes, you'll be the first people to basically know, especially when you press on the bell button, because that will mean that each time information is thrown into this page, you'll be the first people to receive it and share it to others. Thank you so much once again, guys, and may you find this interesting. Bye-bye.